Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we dig into the financial secrets that big companies try to bury. Today we are looking at American Battery Technology Company, and let me tell you, this filing might just have some electrifying news if you are interested in batteries and the future of energy. Before we dive in, if you like getting these straightforward breakdowns without the corporate jargon, make sure you are subscribed. And hey, we've got a fantastic community over on Discord. The link is in the description below. Come join us. Now imagine a company that's all about making batteries better and greener. That is American Battery Technology Company, or ABAT as they reknown on the stock market. They just dropped what's called a Form 8K, which is basically a heads up about some pretty important stuff that's happened. And what happened is they completed a major study about their Tonopah Flats lithium project. Why is this exciting? Because lithium is the key ingredient for a lot of the batteries we use today, especially for electric cars. So what exactly did they announce? They put out a press release on the 16th of October 2025, sharing the results of something called the SK1300 technical report and a preliminary feasibility study, or PFS for short. Think of the PFS as a super detailed blueprint that tells us if their lithium project is actually going to be profitable and how much lithium they can expect to get from it. This study looked closely at things like the amount of lithium they can mine, which they call mineral reserves and mineral resources, and even gave an economic estimate. This wasn't just a company saying, we think this will work. They brought in some serious experts. We're talking about Daniel R. Paulo from Bar Engineering Company, Jeffrey Woods from Woods Process Services, and Jacob Anderson from Daruge Geologic Consulting. And these guys are called qualified persons, which means they have the right credentials to make these important estimates. They completed this study following strict rules set by the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, and it's got an effective date of the 4th of September 2025. Now, when you have experts like Daniel R. Paulo, Jeffrey Woods, and Jacob Anderson making these big claims, they have to officially agree that they stand by their work. That's why you'll see exhibits like the consent of Daniel R. Paulo, the consent of Jeffrey Woods, and the consent of Jacob Anderson attached to this report. It's like them signing a promise saying, yep, we stand behind these numbers. The press release itself is a big deal. It's essentially the company's official announcement to the world about their findings. It's attached as Exhibit 99.1 and gives us the highlights of what this PFS means for American Battery Technology Company. And then Therese Exhibit 96.1, which is the full preliminary feasibility study itself. This is the deep dive document. It's where you'll find all the nitty-gritty details about the project economics, the mining methods, and the potential challenges. While the press release gives you the headlines, the PFS is where the real substance lies for anyone wanting to understand the project, viability. Now, you might be wondering, why is this so important? Well, the demand for batteries, especially rechargeable ones used in electric vehicles and energy storage systems, is absolutely exploding. Companies that can reliably produce the raw materials needed for these batteries, like lithium, are in a prime position to benefit. This PFS report is essentially the company's way of saying, hey investors, we've done our homework, and this project is looking promising. It is a crucial step in confirming that they have a viable business plan for extracting valuable resources. This filing doesn't have a lot in the way of detailed financial statements like a quarterly report would, but the significance of this technical report and preliminary feasibility study cannot be overstated. It is about de-risking the project for investors and moving it closer to actual production. A positive outcome here could pave the way for the company to secure future funding and move into the construction and operational phases of the Tonopah Flats project. Looking at this from a strategic perspective, American Battery Technology Company is focusing on what's called near, site, or in-country processing and production. This means they are aiming to do more than just dig up the lithium. They want to process it and potentially even manufacture battery components closer to where it's mined. This can reduce transportation costs, environmental impact, and supply chain risks, which is a more sustainable and potentially profitable approach in the long run. What is really interesting here is that this filing is primarily about a technical and economic assessment of a specific project. It is not about their current revenue or profit margins, which we might see in a 10Q or 10K. Instead, it is about future potential. A successful PFS is a major milestone that signals to the market that the company is making tangible progress towards developing its assets. It's a critical piece of information that can influence investor confidence and the company's valuation. The risks for a company like this are always present. There is the risk that the actual costs of extraction and processing could be higher than estimated in the PFS. There is also the constant volatility in commodity prices like lithium, which can heavily impact the project's economic viability. And of course, there are always environmental and regulatory hurdles to navigate. However, by getting these expert-backed reports done, they are proactively addressing some of these concerns and showing a commitment to transparency. So, to wrap it up, American Battery Technology Company has provided a significant update with this Form 8K. They have completed a crucial study validating the potential of their Tonopah Flats lithium project. This is a positive step that signals their progress and commitment to developing a key resource for the booming battery market. While there are always risks in mining and resource development, this kind of detailed technical study is exactly what investors look for to build confidence in a company's future prospects. They're not just talking about making batteries, they're showing they're building the foundation to supply the essential materials for them. What's your take on this development? Do you think lithium projects like Tonopah Flats are the future, or are there too many risks involved? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth corporate analysis. And remember, our Discord community is waiting for you. Link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.